Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Daddyblondes, baby, and we're back with another solid video. This video is going to be different from what we normally do because there's going to be some patch notes going over, guys. So you guys know there was a massive update today. So we're going to be going over that and just talking about this, new things coming, new nerfs and buffs, new modes, things that they're talking about. Let me go ahead and switch keyboards here. So as you guys can see, this is going to be the playlist for the upcoming weeks. I'm actually glad they brought buyback solos. This is really fun. One of my friends put me onto this, and it's extremely fun. It's super good, super going. Fortune's Key Rebirth. What I don't like, I'm glad they brought Iron Trial Quads. That's a huge W. Gotta wait a little bit for those, so gotta wait a little while for that. I don't know why they don't bring buyback as a permanent mode though, or Iron Trials. But anyways, guys, these are yada yada thingies here. Not really that much important. We got the CDL Fortunes thing that's coming up. Make sure you guys do sign up if you do want to compete in that. But let's go to the main thing. These are little things that they're gonna give you for free. Little calling cards here and there, little stickers, for playing the games. We're about to go into another new thing, so they're gonna give you away like these little nice little things. These things aren't important. That's why I'm not giving it too much energy. Doesn't really matter. Let's get into the really important things. I'm gonna put my fan on. I'm a little hot. So loadout reduction, similar to Attaining Trials, guys. The loadout drop markers are gonna drop now. They're gonna get super cheap. It's gonna go from 10,000 to 95, 9,000. Basically, it's gonna decrease in $500 per circle. I think this is a huge W because sometimes when you're trying to regain, it's nearly impossible to find $10,000 in the third, fourth circle because everything's been looted unless you get a restock and you're lucky. ATMs will also appear now. This is kind of nice. We've seen this in Plunger before. You kind of stand by it. It's not super effective, but it is effective at the same time because it kind of spits money out. It gives you money as long as you're standing by it, which is kind of a huge W. Again, this is good for regaining. This right here is great for the simple fact of keeping the lobby alive more, but there's a downfall. For those of you that do play tourneys and wagers, it's crazy how much of a regain you're gonna have now because it's double the spawn. You already find a lot of them on the regular, so I can only imagine going back to peak to regain, so it's like a big money area and it has resurgence boxes. You're gonna always get a redeploy or a gulag token. Quality of life things that they're gonna fix here, guys. You're gonna do the recommended weapons. This isn't really more important. They just put recommended on what's kind of quote unquote supposed to be meta on the guns that you should use in the game. These guys don't really know what they're doing, so don't even go based off of that. Golden keycard bunkers. They're gonna put a circle on them. The ones that are basically still available. This is a huge W. The manual gas mask. You can change this down to settings. This is a huge W as well. As you guys know, they did mention this and do it before, but it was still clunky and still kind of doo doo. So it wasn't that great. Supply box UFCs is only show. This is for Rebirth. When you pop, the little supply box, it was insane how many red boxes you had because Rebirth is full of like resurgence boxes, so it's terrible. And then ground loot, guys. This is actually nice. When you pick up a perk now, it will tell you the perk that you picked up. Sometimes when you're rushing, you just grab it. When you're looting, and you don't even realize what perk you picked up or what perk it was. Sometimes you have hardline and you don't even realize you have hardline, and then your friend buys a UA, and you're like, oh shit, I had hardline. I should have purchased it. So this is nice. It's gonna tell you whenever you pick it up. And Scavenger gets a buff, guys. Every time you wipe somebody, every single time, each person is gonna drop a guaranteed minimum of 1,000. That's 1,000 additional to what they had on their body. Huge W. That means if you get a squad wipe, you already have 4,000. That's your fucking res for your teammate, especially if you're in a wager in a tourney. Huge W. The little DCP things are now gonna be from 13 seconds to 20. Great. You can do some insane gas plays. I bet OP Mark and Iron are probably gonna love that and shade a step in them. Ground loot gulags. This is nice, guys. Guns are gonna change. They're gonna literally go around. So it's gonna be Cold War guns, Vanguard guns, Modern Warfare guns. The ground loot's gonna constantly change. That's a huge W. We got two new weapons coming in. We got the light machine gun and a BP-50 assault rifle. This is an old gun, so I wonder if it's gonna be stronger meta. It's kind of slow shooting. It's not that fast. High fire rate, which I don't see why they would put that because it's not that fast, but it's supposed to be deadly. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's meta. Kind of want a meta change. Now, the important stuff, guys. Here we go. The old Scooby Dooby Doobies. Amax gets a buff. This definitely got a buff right here. The max damage, not huge, but 4 meters does make a little difference. Upper damage torso 1.1 from 1.0. I do not think this gun will be meta. So anybody that tells you it's going to be, this is from a competitive point of view. This is not going to be meta. So let me see. Neck multiplier. Hotel, I believe this is the Hotel Vanguard is the automaton. Neck damage multiplier 1.3, 1.5. This is the automaton. Gets a nerf. Probably will still hit. Probably gonna take a lot of more shots now. Not too impressed by this. This probably will not be meta anymore. Neck damage multiplier increase from 1.1, 1. This is, I believe, the kilo. impressed either. QBZ gets a buff, guys. It's actually good. 1.6 for 1.5 and neck multiplier 1.25. This is pretty good, actually. This might be a heavy hitter now. QBZ is going to be worth trying. Odin gets a buff. Doesn't matter what it gets. They need to buff the ADS on this gun. So it doesn't matter what they do to it. ADS is super terrible. Laser gun. This increase from 11. Yeah, this gun is just terrible, bro. A couple of things to it. I'm not going to go over that because the reason I'm skipping some of these things is because I previously already went over this. So I kind of can pinpoint what's going to matter, what's going to be meta, what doesn't really matter because it's not going to be meta or nowhere near it. So that's why I'm kind of just ignoring it. I don't want to just sit here and go through everything and tell you guys, oh my God, look at this, look at that, look at that. And it's just false advertisement. I'm trying to be as real and straight up with you guys as much as possible. They nerfed the Iskra. I don't know why. All around. EM2 gets a buff. Actually, sorry. Yeah, it gets a buff. From 1.5 to 1.3 damage. This might be worth it if you can get a headshot in the mix. This gun already hits hard. It just has crazy recoil. It doesn't have crazy recoil. It just goes up a lot. You got to really pull down. FFAR gets a buff, guys, but not something enough to make it a meta. Just being honest. The Volska Lasu. It's a minor buff. Not a buff, sorry. A nerf to its movement. All these shotguns, terrible. It's not going to be metas. They're not going to matter. Don't even worry about trying these things. They're terrible. Submachine guns. Dama Laga 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 gets a little nerf. Honestly, guys, I feel like this gun is still going to be viable just because it wasn't a massive nerf. However, you got to remember and take in consideration, right? So on the last patch, we were able to use the Marco, the Blix, and the Arma. The Arma got touched. As I scroll down, you're going to see that the Blixen got touched. So that leaves you with what? Leaves you with the Marco. Try the Marco now. The Marco is most likely going to be meta. Use the Marco. Give it a shot. They kind of, nerf the movement, nerf some of the damage, nothing crazy. And the rounds that go into the mag, they kind of nerfed it. 55 now instead of 60. And instead of 70, 64. So we're going to see this. Oh, man. The Bullfrog, not worth it. The RA gets a nerf. The Blixen, see, lower torso damage multiplier decreased from 1.01 down from 1.1. That's a nice little fat nerf, to be honest. I don't know how the Blixen will feel now. I think they finally nerfed this gun to the ground. CX9 kind of gets a buff, but the mobility is terrible on this gun. The ESO is not worth using. KSP45, this gun is the worst gun. Auto burst, you can just hold it and shoot now. They just made this gun automatic. So machine gun Charlie. PPSH finally, guys, gets a nerf. Finally gets a nerf. Finally. So this thing should not be meta anymore. As you guys can see, it got hit pretty freaking hard. If you need to see this, just go ahead and hit the pause button. And now we go down. Finally, this little doo-doo shit gets also a nerf. Get rid of it. Get it out of here. Nobody wants these two guns here, bro. This right here, get him out. 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 Crossbow gets a buff again because they made it to the point that if somebody stuck you, you wouldn't go down. I think that sucks. I think if you're talented enough to hit the crossbow, you should get the one-hit kill no matter what. And here we go, guys. Finally, 3-line, nerfed. This is the only thing that kind of caught my attention. This gun, the Rytech now, this sniper, of course, it has to be a sniper, can one-shot you at any range if it's in the head now. That's something I don't like. Peloton gets a nerf, Gorenkos, everything gets a nerf basically. Nothing too impressive. The tactical rifles, all these guns are basically unusable, bro. I'm not going to go over these. And then you have the Joker and the launcher. Some of the attachments, the bipod has slower ADS now. These are the important ones right here. They're really trying to nerf this to the ground, bro. I don't know why. They're trying to get rid of this side when this side's beautiful. I think they're doing that so they don't have to go back and fix the Modern Warfare sites and the Cold War sites. So they're kind of trying to force you to use the 2 times because the most similar thing to the old school VOK or the Axis 3.0 and Cold War guns. And yeah, guys, that's about it. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button. You want to find your way back, hit the sub button. Again, like I said, I kind of went through these notes in and out. There's no edits in this. There's mistakes and everything. This is as real as it gets. But I went over what's important. I'm not going to sit here and talk about every single nerf, every single thing. So, like I told you guys, in this video, I'm going to tell you what my opinion is going to be the metas. STG Marco. That's what I'm thinking. The STG and the Marco. If the LMGs don't hit, the new gun doesn't hit, we're looking at Marco, STG, or possibly STG, XTG, XM4, Marco, MP40, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, hit the sub button, hit the like button, baby. As always, be blessed. GG's. Take care. Stay sexy. Take care, guys. Gotta switch keyboards, guys, before I can end this video.